This is the UM-2, a brand new flagship scooter from Anyhill that's ready to go toe-to-toe on performance with the Segway Ninebot Max. You're going to want to check out its huge feature set, especially if you're a larger rider. Usually when a new brand launches, they'll stick pretty close to the status quo, so it's fun to see a new company step up and completely go their own direction with 5 unusual build features in one scooter. Let's check out the new stuff. The UM-2 has the lightest removable battery we've ever seen. It weighs just 5 pounds thanks to LG 21700 battery cells, a first for a sub $1,000 scooter. It swaps out super fast and comes with a charge port right on the pack, so you can charge the battery at your desk. It also has an ultra-high IPX6 water resistance rating. The left handlebar has a Regen Brake lever that gives you strong, skid-proof braking at the rear wheel, and the right side lever controls the front drum brake. They're completely independent, so I used 100% Regen for normal riding and both brakes when I needed to make a hard stop. We've tested about 100 scooters, but this is the first one with a center stand. I wasn't sure if I'd like it at first, but it works just like a kickstand, except better. It also comes in handy when you air up the tires. It's also the only scooter we've seen that comes with this kind of valve stem extender. They're great because when you take them off, they don't lose much air. I love the look and solid feel of the unusual folding mechanism, though like many scooters, you need to nudge the stem forward as you pull the latch to make it easy to release. The fifth unusual feature is the maximum rider weight. It's almost unheard of at this price point to find a scooter rated for 300 pounds. The color dashboard is also original and looks really cool, though we wish it were a little brighter. It gives you 3 riding modes, cruise control, and a headlight indicator. There's also an app that lets you lock the scooter, control the headlights, and gives detailed stats about the scooter itself. It doesn't have a zero start function, so you'll always need to kick it to get it going. Anyhill probably omitted the zero start function to prevent new riders from getting caught off guard. The scooter comes with a pretty standard IP54 water resistance rating, and the fender protection is good, but gets even better if you install the included license plate holder. The rear fender has the look of a stomp brake, but it's not. It's just a really strong fender. Overall build quality is excellent, and you can see examples of it everywhere you look, right down to the way they covered the fasteners for the handlebars. I mean, look at the way this thing opens and then snaps back shut. Part of what makes the UM-2 so fun to ride is that it's a very confidence-inspiring scooter. This comes from little things like the grippy rubber deck, the soft spiral pattern grips, and bigger things like the 10-inch tubeless air-filled tires that soak up the bumps. The biggest factor is just the overall stability. Riding the UM-2, you can feel free to take a long look over your shoulder or take a hand off the bars to scratch your nose without worrying about going into a wobble. For your new rider, stability makes it easy to learn. If you're an experienced rider, stability gives you the freedom to do dumb stuff like this. Or pull a U-turn while holding the scooter at full throttle. That's my take on ride quality, but let's see if it's Big Dog approved.
Hey everybody, Ray here with the Electric Scooter Guy, and let's get right into it. I haven't really heard of Anyhill before we did this review, and I'm pleasantly surprised to report that this scooter within this class range, it performs the best for us big dogs. It has a true max rider weight of 300 pounds. When you really feel that, when you get on comparable scooters, they somewhat go slow with the acceleration, the hill climb, the top speed. You can kind of feel where your weight is not supposed to be on that scooter. But this one, I would say, when I got on it, that was the main thing I noticed and I felt, the performance. It took me up the hills. When I hit the throttle, acceleration, it hits as soon as you press it. And it just, boom, it's real smooth. Another thing about this scooter is that it's real stable. You can easily glide and ride with this scooter at the heavy weights. I must say, I'm really impressed with this Anyhill scooter, and I would love to see what they do in the future. But for right now, this is solid, and I'm out.
For the most part, performance is on par with other scooters in its class, but there were 3 performance metrics where the UM-2 beat them all. The UM-2's ESG certified top speed is 17.9 miles per hour, about the same as the Ninebot Max. On our range test, the UM-2 covered exactly 17 miles in sport mode, which is also typical. However, when the scooter finally shut down, I didn't have to do the typical long push back to the office because I brought a spare battery. At only 5 pounds, it was barely noticeable in my back backpack, so it wouldn't be hard at all to carry two, which would stretch the actual rideable range in sport mode to over 50 miles. Acceleration is very smooth, but also slightly faster than every one of its peers, arriving at 15 miles per hour in just 5.9 seconds. Being named Anyhill, I was honestly rooting for it not to suck at hill climbing, so it was a relief when it averaged 7.5 miles per hour climbing our 10% grade test hill from a dead stop. A fairly average result. The unique braking system of the UM-2 lets anybody stop like an expert and beats absolutely every scooter in its class, including the former champion Ninebot Max. It even tied the Dualtron Storm, a scooter that costs 4 times more. Best of all, the UM-2 delivers maximum braking power without worrying about going over the handlebars. The stem is easy to fold and looks great. However, the shape of the stem with the flat back hurts the ergonomics for carrying. The UM-2 is also about 5 pounds heavier than its peers, but you can make it 5 pounds lighter by popping out the battery. The UM-2's ultra-stable ride and awesome brakes earn it an A for safety. If it had lights mounted up high for nighttime visibility, we would have given it an A+. Pros include ultralight removable battery, best-in-class braking, high rider weight limit, and ultra-stable, confidence-inspiring ride. Cons include a few pounds heavier than comparable scooters, stem shape not ideal for carrying, and display could be brighter. Here are some other scooters with similar price and performance. Segway Ninebot Max G30 LP, proven reliability but lower maximum rider weight. Apollo Air Pro, smoother ride due to front suspension but slower hill climber. NIU KQi3 Pro, longer range but smaller wheel diameter. EMOVE Touring, higher top speed and smoother ride, but much longer stopping distance. In a world full of copycat scooters, finding so many original features in the Anyhill UM-2 is a welcome surprise. While we wish it were 5 pounds lighter, we love that the UM-2 backs up its good looks with solid performance and outstanding ride quality. If you're in the market for a commuter like the Ninebot Max, you should definitely add the Anyhill UM-2 to your list. Find our link and exclusive discount code in the video description below for the best price. We put a ton of work into everything we do. If you like what we're making and want to support us, please like this video and subscribe. If you want to see how the UM-2 stacks up against both versions of the Ninebot Max, check out our review of the Ninebot Max G30 LP, or click here to see another one of our all-time favorite commuter scooters.